Hi Aries, welcome to Creative Intuition Tarot. My name is MJ. These are your messages for November 2021. Let's jump straight into the reading. I pulled you an oracle card before I started recording. Number one, the Earth Star Chakra showed up for you. And this card is called Initiation. So with number one, there is always a new beginning. But you may want to check the meaning of number one in numerology. There may be an additional message for you. What I got specifically for you for November, Aries, is oneness, collective consciousness, higher realms. You are standing at a gateway into the unknown, Aries, but have trust in your heart in case any doubts try to creep in. There is some kind of inner illumination that will light your way, okay? So you can see this eye here. There's definitely a highlight on the intuition or the third eye, right? But definitely listen to your intuition, to those inner whispers that are guiding you. You have access to the wisdom that you need. It's all in you, okay? You're in a clear and grounded place, I feel, or you're getting there in November. And remember that the higher you reach to the divine, the more important it is to anchor yourself deeply to earth. So on one hand, the higher you get, the stronger you should ground yourself, okay? I hope that makes sense. It's like you must balance the spiritual and the physical realities that you operate in, okay? You may want to explore some kind of like clearing and grounding meditations, energy work. Setting intentions is also of importance for you. What else? You have a certain role in your community, Aries. That's the second part of the message. And you may not always have the best skill set or the right answer or the resources, but you still can greatly contribute to others. So do what you can to sustain those who depend on you, and lift the spirit of others. Help them induce their courage. It will also help lift up your spirit. Okay, so one part of the message is about you getting that access to those higher realms, and the higher you get, the more grounded you should be in balancing physical and spiritual realities. The second part of the message is your role in your community, whether it's your work community, your family, friends circle, your romantic partnership, okay, and it's or like a community that you live in. And it's important for you to help others lift their spirits, and it will help lift your spirit as well, okay? So it's a beautiful message for you, Aries. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say and how they want to expand on the message for Aries November 2021. What's up with Aries in November 2021? Okay, thank you. So we have Five of Cups, Knight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, beautiful. Judgment at the bottom of the deck, and the Ace of Swords too. Ace of Swords, another number one. We have 10 with the Pentacles. So let's go with those 5 cards. If we need to, we will clarify. But I was drawn to take those from the bottom as well. The Judgment and Ace of Swords, definitely. I couldn't ignore the Major Arcana card. So I said with the Earth Star, first of all, there is definitely some kind of a new beginning, right? Initiation. And we have the Ace of Swords, which is that symbolic number one. A new opening, some kind of higher realms, higher mind space, okay? And Judgment is an awakening card too. So you are going through, in November, or perhaps already, going through some kind of an awakening, initiation process, a new opening. And again, the Ten of Pentacles, that's also some kind of an achievement, completion, and a new beginning, okay? And let's start with the Judgment and the Ace of Swords, cards that were at the bottom of the deck. So, as I said, Judgment is some kind of an awakening, a new consciousness, a call to awakening, okay? It's like you are being called to open up, to open up to those higher realms or higher levels of consciousness, higher mind, okay? It will be different for everyone. With the Ace of Swords, there is some kind of an awakening, realization, an aha moment, okay? But this is about returning to life. This initiation is a return to life. You are being called to return to life. This is the call, the divine call, and you need to hear the call and act upon it. It's time to return to life and leave the Five of Cups energy behind. I will explain that in a second. You may need to face your past. Maybe take responsibility for what has happened, for what you have done, but make peace with it and leave the past where it belongs, which is the past, right? You are being very profoundly called to do so and to open up to new ways of life, or like almost to new life, okay? With the Ace of Swords, as I said, that's some kind of a new opening, an aha moment, realization, and awakening. Definitely rising above the clouds of any confusion or like clouded thinking, meaning worried thinking as well. Okay, so not only confused, but worried and perhaps induced with anxiety and fear. Okay, you can see that this the sword is crowned in this cosmic crown full of stars. So it tells me that your logical, clear mind, but also that higher mind, should be ruling in your life at this time. Okay, so as much as we should allow our hearts to guide us as well, it's important to listen to those inner promptings that your intuition is giving you. As I said at the beginning of the reading, inner whispers that are guiding you. That should be the ruling energy for you. It will help you move through that initiation phase unharmed, okay? And it will help you clear up any confusion. How did I say that? Have trust in your heart, because there's inner illumination, right? That will light up your path. Is that what I said? That's exactly what is happening for you. And the Ace of Swords is, and the Judgment, and that initiation card are just confirming this. Now, we have very interesting combination of cards here. Five of Cups, Knight of Swords, and Ten of Pentacles. So it's like progress from emotional lack, or maybe even some kind of like a grieving state, towards a state of having everything you need. So from lack, some kind of emotional poverty, towards fulfillment, right? But what needs to happen is you need to cut off that state of lack and some kind of emotional poverty. And that's where the Knight of Swords comes into play, another sword. And I said logical mind or higher states of consciousness that are symbolized by the sword energy should be the ruling energy, and they will be the guiding light. They will be the compass that will help you maintain the right direction, right? So you can only cut off this state of lack, emotional lack, or grieving, or fear, state of like feeling very misfortunate. You can only cut this off with that sword, very sharp sword of your logical mind and your intuition and those higher consciousness whispers, okay? The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the tarot deck for me. He's rushing in, just as you can see in this card. There are even thunders, like it's really intense the way he's rushing in. He's demanding clarity, he's tireless, he's almost like lightning speed, hence those thunders, right? But he's very decisive, very courageous, brave, and he, as I said, demands clarity, demands truth, and he's tireless in pursuing it. So you need to very bravely cut off whatever emotional poverty or misfortune you feel yourself in. You need to cut that off. It's in your hands to do it. It's not going to go away on its own, right? And perhaps this initiation that is happening for you is exactly you stepping into that power, finally feeling empowered, with all that is happening with the Judgment and the Ace of Swords, you finally feel empowered to do so. For others, that's an encouragement. That's the word of encouragement, that this is something you need to do. This action, what I said, it's a call to awakening, but it's also hear the call and act upon it, right? So you are being called to do so, to cut off this unhappiness state. See, there's sun behind you, there are butterflies, there's transformation available to you, beautiful, colorful, abundant, happy change available to you if you only turn around and allow yourself to see it. You're standing here in some kind of a cold place, right? Behind those, probably these are mountains, but for some reason I thought for a moment that these are clouds. It's like you're standing behind those clouds and you don't see the sun and all the beauty that is available to you. Turn around and move away from that cold place into a warm and joyful space that is available to you, and it's extremely close, right? But you need to rise above those clouds of confusion, or fear or anxiety of your limited thinking patterns, that you are not worthy, that happiness is not meant for you, whatever that is. You need to move through those clouds because the sun is right behind them. And as I said, your intuition, your logical thinking, your mind, higher levels of consciousness, you have the compass that you need to find the right direction. So even if you don't see the sun, even if you don't see the light, you know where it is if you allow yourself to listen to that compass that you have. And you can very easily move to that other side of the rainbow where everything you need is available to you, right? So as I said, from the place of lack and some kind of poverty to a place of happiness, achievement, some kind of completion and a new beginning, because you can enter that realm of happiness. It can be about a relationship, it can be about your work sphere, it can be about money, so from poverty, not having enough, into all those 10 coins that are available, right? And you have the key to that happiness. See, the key is available to you. It's not that this happiness is locked for you behind some kind of like a gate that you cannot open, okay? This happiness is available to you, and it's closer than you think. If it's about love for you, if it's about a relationship, you feel some kind of lack, you are focused on those cups that spilled out, right? But look at those 2 cups. 2 of Cups card in the tarot is about love, that deep soul bond, a divine destined connection that is again available to you if you just allow yourself to turn around, if you realize the resources, the emotional resources that you have. But first you need to move your focus away from what you don't have, okay? Perhaps what you don't have, that emotional lack, is actually rooted in your mind space. Maybe it's just your perception that you don't have this something, right? But in fact, if you just turn around, you will see maybe that person that you dream of, that love, maybe someone is very close to you that can give this to you, but you just don't realize it because you don't allow yourself to look around and see what's there for you. But I really like this reading, and I really do feel that it's a very profound initiation. If you only hear the call and act upon it, a complete, like, your situation can change drastically for the better, provided that you just need to take that hood off your head so that you can see, right? So that you can see clearly. And that's where the Knight of Swords, that's where the Ace of Swords come into play. It's like you don't see, your vision currently is blurred, is clouded, but all that you need is right at the reach of your hand. But you need to change your direction to go towards the sun, and you have the compass that will guide you. So empower yourself. Remember what I said. Help lift the spirit of others, and that will help lift your spirit as well. I feel that, with the Five of Cups, this is not an uplifted spirit. This spirit is down. This is unhappiness, misfortune, as I said. Maybe there's something that you can do for the community, for your family, whatever community means to you. Help lift the spirit of others, and that will help lift yours, like almost magically. You may not even realize how potent that is to help others, and how it can contribute to your own happiness. Okay, so I will leave it there. Even in the Judgment card we have, see, I said you can go to the other side of the rainbow, to that happiness. And I just looked at the Judgment card, and he's standing right in front of the rainbow, right? So the rainbow is not behind, it's not hidden, it's actually entering the rainbow and moving to the other side, to that realm of joy and pleasure. So allow yourself and trust that you know exactly where the beginning of the rainbow is. You have all the guidance, and you have that compass that will lead your way. So now I will leave it here. I am wishing you an amazing November, Aries. If you like this reading, you may want to consider liking, subscribing. As always, please take care of yourself, and I will see you soon.